All right, ladies and gentlemen, live today with Mr. Jon Brown. Jon Brown, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here. How
Well,
are
thanks
you?
for coming. Yeah, thanks for coming and seeing us, man. Finally got our cameras working. We're good. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to introduce Jon Brown. Jon is brand new to the Mike Price team, and Jon is also brand new to eXp. Welcome, Jon.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so, my little quick story. We're gonna let Jon take the floor in just a second, but I met Jon. Gosh, was it earlier this year?
Yeah, back in like February.
Yeah. We did a transaction together, and he was helping the buyer, I was helping the seller, and it worked out really well for both parties. It was a win-win. Both of us aligned with the way we thought about getting the deal done, and then we talked for a little while, and here we are in business. And Jon's been, doing really well in his own right. Having I think it's 17 transactions so far this year before he came here, and has really had a great run over the last year and a half. So Jon, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about yourself and who you are and how you got here.
Yes, thanks again for the introduction, Mike. Glad to be here. So I am a Missouri native. Grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. Went to the University of Missouri, and then relocated to Georgia back in 2010. My past 10 years before getting into real estate was really in corporate America. Worked for some great companies, Frito-Lay under PepsiCo. Worked for a private equity firm in the industrial sector. And then more recently, before jumping into real estate, worked for Salesforce in the IT field. So you would think we would have been able to figure out this IT issue earlier, considering my background. But hey, technology always finds a way to win. Currently live in Woodstock. I have 3 kids. My wife and I have 3 kids, 5, 2, and 1 year old. And my wife's name's Renee. And always had a passion of helping people, and so happy to be able to do just that working in real estate.
Well, that was one of the things that stood out, when you and I worked together, is the how hard you negotiated on the buyer's behalf. At the same time, you wanted to be a win for everybody, and it was real important to you. The relationship with me, the other agent, was strong, and that I think that goes a long way in every real estate transaction. You really want to have a good rapport with folks, and you and I hit it off right off the bat. Both of us have the same business love language, hard work and communication. So I think that's one of the reasons we really gelled. But you've been in real estate for a little bit. You've been like thriving. It's been phenomenal, your success so far. Tell us a little bit about your journey, where you started and how did you end up, at eXp and the Mike Price team?
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, so started back in late 2020. COVID put things in a lot of perspective. For me, it just really gave me the fuel to kind of step out on faith and really pursue something that was always passionate to me, which was real estate. Fortunately, we kind of built a great savings and a nest egg that allowed that to be possible. And so I started out back when I got licensed with Keller Williams. Obviously, you hear so much about the training and culture there. And so for me, it was just more of a way to get ramped up, really get my feet on the ground and understand real estate, the post-licensing course, kind of getting things going. And so I spent a few months there, eventually went to a discount broker and spent another 6 months or so there, really did more volume, got more experience, worked with more clients, got into the listing side of the business as well. And just realized I wanted to do more. I wanted to be able to, I guess, retain more of my earnings and just obviously make more of an impact in the industry. And then so I went back to an independent type setup with a company that's also here in Atlanta. And that kind of started the year off here in 2022. And then we met in February and just had a really, really great conversation, really, really great interaction, assisting my buyer, you assisting your seller, and just everything kind of lean itself back to having that discussion again as far as like opportunities that you could help me with and overall what eXp could offer me as a newer agent looking to grow my business. As you had alluded to, I did a fair amount of transactions, but for me, I just knew I would need additional help, whether that was just more learning and education and mentoring and coaching, but also the systems, the bandwidth, the capacity to be able to serve more clients. And that takes a lot. And so obviously you're very well established, great team setup. And so it was a perfect alignment. For me, I knew that in order to serve more clients, to have more reach, I would need a great database, a great structure. And I think everything that your team offers was really just going to be a perfect match to allow me to reach my goals.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Yeah, it's been a work in progress over over a long period of time. But it just goes to show you the folks that we have in the organization right now, especially on the operations side. When you have a strong operations team, the rest of it's pretty easy. And so we pride ourselves on that. But yeah, having systems for anybody is real important for growing your business, and having a large database. And then, we have leads, galore. You know how many leads we have. In addition to being on the team, we're also with eXp Brokerage, and you like me, like you, I've been in a few different brokerages. There's a lot of good brokerages out there, and I tell everybody, find one you like, no matter what it is, and just plant your flag and get to work. What is it about the eXp model that you like? Tell the folks, what kind of, because obviously my team's in the eXp model. I mean, you wouldn't be here if you didn't like it. Tell me about the eXp model. What do you think it's going to do for you?
Yeah, so I would say this. I got introduced back to eXp sometime in mid 2021. And so had been really pondering the decision to join for almost a year, even prior to meeting you earlier this year. And so a lot of what kept me interested and kind of on that hook was just a lot of the technology and some of the support that's available. Being a younger realtor and having a great technology background, I really appreciated the fact that everything's cloud-based, everything's virtual. I really do see the power of where this brokerage is heading. The amazing growth is just, and I guess, a tribute to how easy it is to do real estate and how quickly it is to grow your business and your agent attraction. And so that played a big part. I think the KB Core CRM system was also very intriguing, to say the least. As an independent agent, I had kind of looked into that, and it was very costly. Right. And so obviously being an eXp agent, that's something that's afforded to us with, a part of our monthly membership. And then more than that, I think just the global brand, the ease of being able to connect with agents. Recently had 2 referrals that I was able to find great eXp agents to assist with those. And I think that just made life much easier, having such a strong network that's in the cloud. I can easily reach out on Workplace to get recommendations on top agents in the areas that I have clients or relationships established. And I think some of the other brokerages I work with, it was really, really hard trying to figure out, okay, I have a client in Missouri. How can I find them a great agent? And then, of course, the revenue share, as I look to, create passive income and build relationships with the agents and recruit. I think that's just going to be the icing on the cake, the fact that I can make more money by really spending time to build relationships and recruit others to join the brokerage.
Well, you said a lot of great things there. One of the things I think stands out to everybody is, when you have a referral, that's a big deal. You want to get it with somebody that you really trust. And, we've all had that problem in the past, other brokerages trying to find, how do I find a superstar agent that I can trust in another city? And other than Googling it, really, you may not have a good network. I found the same thing. I mean, being able to reach out to our network of people in our Fast Forward Movement group, Honey Badger group, and/or our Modern Agent group, we can find somebody at the touch of a button and 4 or 5 people that are superstars and have great reviews and just are really, really determined to help. And, one of the things I think that helps that, Jon, and I think that you realize that too, is that we're all owners of the company. I mean, we're all, once we close our first transaction, eXp gives us stock in the company. Now we're an owner, and it's owned by the agents. And so we drive the business, we drive the production. When you come into the company, it's, you can come in by yourself, but 95% of the people are recruited in by somebody or sponsored in. And eXp, back to your revenue share comment, eXp rewards its agents very handsomely for helping them grow the company, because there's no advertising on TV. There's no, commercials on the television or billboards. It's all word of mouth, and, productive agents can make a great living in eXp with the ease of going. You have a laptop and a car, you're in business pretty much, right?
Love it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Jon, listen, I wanted to say, to say that we're excited you're here in the Mike Price team is an understatement. You know how long we've been talking, And finally, the stars aligned. And here we are. And I know for a fact, without a doubt, that you're going to have a phenomenal career, and we're going to, launch you into superstar status sooner than later. But thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate your drive, your determination, our relationship, and just the vision, how we align in so many different ways. And this is going to be a great partnership, and I really, really appreciate you being on here today.
Hey, Mike, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Real estate's a tough industry. I've learned quickly that you can have so many deals, have a really healthy pipeline, and it just falls through the bottom quickly, right? And so for me, yeah, for me, not only joining such a great company, I think just joining such a great leader and someone that's well established in the industry has meant the world to me, right? You come in with so much great knowledge and experience, and in a market like this, and what we've seen over the last 2 years, I think it's important, right? You'll see so many agents that are in, and then they're out, as far as just being an established agent or a full-time agent. And for me, I want to make this a career. And to do this for over 20 years, I think that's obviously a great statement to your success and your leadership and your ability to, adapt and grow in any market condition. And those are the experiences that I want to learn from you as well as we work together.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words, Jon. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do this together. And, this market is different than the other market that we've been in. Most people haven't seen a price reduction. Most people haven't seen double-digit days on market. If you've been in there less than 6 or 7 years, and it's just how we adapt, and it's all doable. You just got to make sure you know what you're doing. So I appreciate you. We got a long road ahead of us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very productive, and we're going to help a lot of people.
Let's go get it.
All right, we will. All right, everybody. Jon Brown, the newest member to the Mike Price team at eXp Realty. Jon, we appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
Sounds great. Thanks again, Mike.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.